Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fast and Loose Internet Talk Show. I have to show the thing. Oh yeah, and I have to share music. So this is the logo. That's the logo, and the theme song, as always, is just whatever the top staff pick on Epidemic Sound is.
Okay.
This one is called Sorry for the Pain and the Hurting. This seems about right. That's enough of that. Welcome. I've prepared no topics. Actually, that's a lie. I prepared one activity that we can get to later, but I'm joined by Gabby and Pam here, both of which viewers may recognize from various appearances on various things. Mysterious Monsters, Easy Updates, to my good
musical.
The Western musical, yeah. Gabby played a freaky witch twin. Good stuff. Both avid gamers. I don't know, pitch yourselves. Introduce yourselves.
Pam, you first.
Oh no, so much pressure. I am a doctor and have also recently been playing lots of games to distract from the stress of my job. And my cat is that sounds like a baby.
There's Noki. That's the cat. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, we can get into it. Gabby, intro yourself if you wanna. You don't have to.
Sure. I don't know. I have no life, no hobbies, no skills. So that's me.
You really sold it.
Yeah.
Well, you've worked on some cool TV shows and stuff.
Sure. In 2018, I worked on the tail end of the YouTube show Weird City. Do you hear those fireworks?
Is that what that is?
Oh,
It sounds
no,
like
it's
a child screaming.
I thought it was fireworks. It's a baby screaming. The YouTube show Weird City, which I don't think you could even watch anymore. Then in 2019, I worked on Hulu's High Fidelity with Zoe Kravitz, all in post-production as like an assistant. And then most recently, I worked on Ava DuVernay's Cherish the Day for OWN.
Very cool.
Otherwise, that ended right before quarantine. So
yeah, I wasn't gonna let you sell yourself short. These are two very impressive human beings, and we're just here to chat. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk to my friends.
yeah.
There's Chris. Hey, Chris, get in here. There goes Chris. Actually, hey, we could do the activity here now that Chris is here. Let's just do the activity right now. Hang on. I planned an activity, flying in the face of everything this show stands for. You're going to help me pick out my new glasses.
Ooh. This is like, Ian, have I ever told you this is like one of my favorite things to do? I've picked out glasses for many of my friends.
Oh, I love it. Well, these are Virginia, which is my grandmother's name.
Okay, I like these. What's the other color?
I can't. They're pictures. I had to use Omar's iPhone to take pictures of myself with the virtual try-on because I don't have an iPhone.
That's iPhone privilege.
Yeah.
Is it only front view or is there a side?
This is the view.
Okay.
Oh wait, it says available in narrow width only, so I think I'm screwed on that one anyway.
Why, you have a wide head?
No, I think I just have medium, which is normal.
It doesn't look too narrow for your face.
Well, that's the problem with the image, I guess. They could probably just resize it to fit whatever. I don't know.
Well, I like this shape. One you showed me earlier, I thought, and maybe you still have pictures that were like too narrow vertically, I think, for your... Yeah.
Let's see. We've got other options. This is Nelly, which I don't think I like. You don't like it?
So far, number 1 is better.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nelly's out of the mix. Here's Jane.
Okay, I like these.
I like these, yeah.
Yeah, Jane is one of my forerunners. Here's Daisy, but the color I want is this like purple one, but that's narrow only. This color's not bad. It's just your classic tortoise shell. I think this is the one that you thought might be too thin, but seeing it on my face, it looks all right.
Yes, but I still prefer the other two.
I think it's too boring for you.
Too boring? All right. Well, here's the other end of the spectrum. Sadie's all over the map.
These are crazy. They just maybe won't match with everything you're going to wear.
Yeah.
True. These are like crazy librarian glasses. The reason I picked them is Sadie is the dog's name.
Oh, yeah.
My dad had. Yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's the end.
I think that
sounds...
That
what?
One more over.
Jane or Virginia?
Can we see, is it possible to see Jane and Virginia next to each other?
Maybe. There we go. Now the episode can see it and you guys can see it. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
I feel like they're just different. I feel like you would wear one in one context and the other in another.
I agree.
What context do you see Jane?
Jane is like every day, and Virginia is like when you're feeling a little more spicy.
Okay. But again, Virginia is narrow only in that color, so I think I can't do it.
So then Jane it is.
Jane it is.
Barbie Parker decided for you.
And I like that matte blue. And I do have well, damn it. I picked out some sunglasses I like too, but I don't know where they went. I showed you guys earlier.
Maybe you can get Jane in different colors too.
Oh, just like a bunch of Janes.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of Janes. Thomas
of
Jane. What?
I said a herd of Janes.
A herd of Janes.
What's a group of Janes called?
A herd. A plane.
A murder.
Yeah. Well, what have you guys been playing lately? I know you just got an Animal Crossing.
Ooh.
Right, Pam?
Yeah, I've been playing that. Before that, I played Uncharted 1 through 4.
Ooh.
First time. And then I played 7 Remake.
You played what?
7 Remake.
Oh, yeah. And didn't you just beat... You're an avid Souls fan. You just beat Demon Souls.
Yes, and then I played Demon Souls all the way through for the first time.
Wow.
Which is hardcore. And are you still refusing any help? You're soloing it all?
Well, Demon Souls, all the servers are down now, so there was no online.
Yeah. So Pam got good. Pam's a badass.
Wow. I've never played a Souls game. I have an irrational fear of being chased in video games. It comes from when I used to play Clock Tower 3 with my friends I must have been like 9 or something, and we would play it PS2, I think.
You were for sure going to get chased in a Clock Tower game.
Right. And it was so scary that now, like, any form of, like, booze in Mario freaked me out. And
I didn't know this.
Seems like Souls games are, like, mostly being chased. So I have an aversion. But I want to, but I'm very scared.
I feel like in Souls games, when you're being chased, it's because it's on purpose. Like you're running from a place to another place, and it's because you've already like cleared that area that you're trying to run through and be chased.
Yeah.
I love boss battles. Like the Valkyries in God of War were like my favorite thing. But
I mean, if the Valkyries in God of War are your favorite thing, Souls games are like Sekiro especially are like your jam.
For sure.
And I would say that you're not chased in the sense of like Clock Tower or what's happening?
Fireworks.
Oh God. That baby's got to stop crying. You're not chased like you are in Clock Tower or like Resident Evil 2 or 3, you know, where you're like being pursued. Although in Dark Souls 2, there's literally an enemy called the Pursuer, but he doesn't really pursue.
Is this
Huh?
well, like, is this
Fireworks is just
so
part
loud.
of the experience.
Okay, great.
It's just part of the experience of life in your cuckoo neighborhood.
Racha.
Yeah. Was the Cucaracha man there too?
Yeah, it's the desert truck.
Yeah.
He sells fruits and veggies, and he plays the Cucaracha song.
Exactly who you're talking about.
Which is really funny song choice for a food vendor.
Right. You don't really want to be thinking about cockroaches when you're buying fruit and vegetables.
But hey, it's a recognizable tune.
True. I know where he is.
Yeah. Sorry, Gabby, you said you're playing lots of stuff. What are you playing recently?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I just platinumed Peggle 2.
Did not expect that. Okay.
Loved it. It's a really good game to play like while you're listening to podcasts and stuff. So that was a joy. Let's see. I have a list. I played Virginia. It was fun.
Oh yeah. I haven't played that. I own it, but I haven't played it yet.
It's really beautiful. There's no dialogue, so I sometimes did not understand what was going on, especially at the end. But it's like a 2-hour game.
Ah.
I played Hellblade. I played Horizon Zero Dawn, and I played Hotline Miami.
Nice.
Yeah, I loved Hotline Miami. Loved it.
Yeah, dude. Hotline is so good.
Yeah, I didn't realize it's like a puzzle game, but with murder. Like, it's so good.
You should check out Katana Zero.
Okay.
It's kind of like that, except it's even more like you picture it, and then when you get a run where you actually kill everyone, it shows the security camera footage of like that's the only real run, you know? So like it shows the footage of you actually doing that. It's cool. Yeah, Hotline Miami is wild. We back at Game Trailers, Justin and Jelmo and I would just blast the soundtrack from that game.
It's so good.
Hydrogen by Moon all the time. Well, we could continue talking about whatever we want, but I feel like there's an elephant in the room, kind of, for me at least, and it's like this Lion King poster. Pam, where'd you get that?
Chris gifted me this poster on like our third date. He worked at Disney back then, so he'd like gotten it for free at some event, and Lion King is like my favorite movie ever, probably. And he was like, I was helping him move apartments, and he had it in his trunk. It was just like lying there, and I was like, oh my god, this Lion King poster is so awesome. He was like, do you want it?
And then you knew. The rest is history.
And then 3 months later we moved in together.
Oh, love it. First Lion King poster.
I remember that period of Chris's life, living in like a crappy apartment on the other side of town.
I rarely.
Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful story. You should watch the Your Movies Suck just put out a 2.5-hour Kimba the White Lion video.
Oh.
Because he's doing a video about, I'm not sure. They're doing a video about the live action Lion King. And I mean, I think they hate it, but Kimba came up, and what he thought would just be passing turned out to be a 2.5-hour video. And I watched the entire thing while I was playing Dark Souls 2 for the second time. And, it's hilarious. It's bonkers. That show is off the hook and like real racist, probably. Like,
wait, what is?
Kimba the White Lion. A lot of blackface.
Oh.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like before we move on, to actually go into what I was gonna go into, but first things first, like Fast and Loose Internet Talk Show is just that. Like, I don't know what we're gonna get into ever. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. And generally, Easy Allies doesn't talk politics. Kind of because, like, you know, it's an entertainment thing. We're here to be an escape for people, you know, but you know, that doesn't mean that we're not part of the world. And like, also, it doesn't mean that it's a safe harbor for any kind of hatred because, you know, we stand for love and respect, and that's not just lip service, you know. And speaking for myself and others in Easy Allies, like, we don't judge people for being conservative or liberal or whatever you want to be, but like, you know, there's no place for intolerance in our company and in our jobs. And like Easy Update, some people get confused what Easy Update is, and I'm loath to define it, but I mean, it's whatever I want. And like, so this week, you know, it's Wednesday right now, June 3rd, 2020, and like, shit is hitting the fan. Like, things are going bananas in America right now and around the world. Obviously, the entire world is dealing with COVID, and here in America, and now we're seeing protests, sympathetic protests in other countries in the wake of George Floyd's murder. And and like Black Lives Matter movement is there are protests, and police brutality's got to stop, and systemic racism has been a thing for thousands of years throughout human history, obviously, and like a lot of people just don't realize the extent of it if you're not living it. And like, I'm glad that it's coming to the fore in some way. I wish it didn't have to be for the reasons that it came to the fore right now, but we had a fundraiser the other day and raised a surprising amount for the George Floyd Fund, and it felt really, really good to do that. And I just thought, like, I don't know, if it comes up tonight, like, this is the world that we're living in right now, and we're not going to like skate around it. We can discuss that stuff if you guys want. We don't have to. Yeah, I don't know. But otherwise, we can just keep talking about video games or movies or shows or whatever you guys want. But I just thought I would say that.
Right.
To the viewer, to us, because this shit's on my mind. I can't ignore it. I can't stop thinking about this stuff. And I'm sure it's weighing on both of you as well. And I don't know. That's the elephant in the room. That's the Lion King poster in the trunk of our lives right now.
Yeah. You know, it's important to address that it's going on, and, you know, make sure everyone is not ignoring it and just acting like it's not happening, because that's the problem in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been sort of weird. So I'm on like my 19th day of work straight in the hospital, and I feel like I've been dealing with a lot of like weird anxiety about not being more involved or like outspoken on social media, just because I'm like busy taking care of my patients. And it's like, I've never had that feeling before of like feeling guilty despite sort of what I do for a living. That's been something that's been sort of on my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I have not gone to a protest because I'm nervous about, I have a food allergy that I'm nervous about, you know, putting me in danger if I catch COVID. So, and I really want to go to one, and I will suck it up probably and go to one soon. But I absolutely feel that guilt too. Like, but it really touches my heart to see like almost all of my friends have gone to one. And are like staying out late, probably not past curfew, because I don't recommend that anyway, but, you know, I feel like seen and supported regardless. So it helps me feel a little bit less guilty, I think.
I've been feeling guilty as well because like, despite we ran that fundraiser and I've been tweeting and stuff, whatever, but like, it never feels like enough. And like, I'm so terrified of COVID that like, I don't go outside. Like I had to go to the eye doctor today because I have been getting like dizzy whenever I wear my glasses. And I did discover today that my eyes got better. My prescription is too strong now. So that's why my eyes, they feel like they're trying to adjust. It'd been 3 years. So like, but that was like the first time I'd like entered another building in like a long time. And it's getting to the point where it's like I worry less about myself, but like giving other people COVID, I guess. And like gathering in groups like is gonna spread it. But like this movement is just, it's like too potent to ignore. So yeah, I'm at war with my crushing fear of illness, and mortality, and standing up and being a part of this. And so it's a weird thing. But I did see a thing today that was nice. They used a metaphor of a highway, and they said there are a bunch of lanes on a highway, and everything's moving in the same direction. And even if like, don't feel guilty about not being in every single lane. Like there's protesting, there's art activism, there's digital activism, there's all kinds of stuff. And like, we need every lane is a part of it. So like, even if you're unable to go out, live too far away, don't want to risk exposure, there are other important things to do. And that was nice to hear.
Yeah.
And like the fundraiser felt good. And sorry, what?
I saw that post as well, and it really made me feel better, actually.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, like, in a way, like, I mean, this, I just heard myself about to say this, and it sounds like some kind of like motivational poster, but like the work that you do, like healing people, like that's an all the time kind of activism, sort of like just helping people, being there for people. You don't need me to tell you that, though. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, these are wild times, and like, to me, this is a humanitarian issue. It goes beyond politics. Like, voting and policy is how you can affect change in a lot of cases, but like, this isn't about, party lines anymore. This is about human lives,
Well, it's just not political in any way. Like saying that police shouldn't murder people with wild abandon isn't a political stance.
Right. That's just yeah.
What's sad though is that COVID wasn't political either.
Yeah.
Right.
It was. So I think and this is kind of a weird thing, but like, I think I've been also dealing with some fear of like, or not fear, but like this feeling of like, sort of like abandonment, where suddenly COVID is sort of like in the back burner, but like we're very out there dealing with it.
Yeah.
And obviously both things are like equally important, and like weighing human life is coming into play for both things. But like, yeah, I guess also seeing like cops in like full blown PPE, whereas we're wearing these like flimsy gowns going to see these patients who are also, we're also risking our lives for. It's kind of surreal.
Yeah. I saw some statistic that was like, the amount of money that it costs to deck out a single police officer in riot gear, like could dress multiple, doctors and nurses in, whatever they need to protect them and their patients against COVID. Yeah. And it's just,
Yeah. We were able to mobilize that PPE immediately and in a way.
And also implement curfew immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, like, I just had a random thought, like how many Terminator movies or Transformers movies could have Could have PPEs. Could have bought PPEs. Like the budget of Transformers 7.
Right.
If they just not made it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I'm like early in the pandemic, I was seeing COVID patients with a normal surgical mask, a non-N95, because that's what we had available. You know.
Yeah.
A good 2 weeks where that's all I was wearing into a patient's room.
I was looking into, because I left the house and thus washed my mask, and I dried it with a hair dryer partially, and now it's air drying. But I was like, I wonder if UV light actually works to kill stuff. So I was looking into like building a home UV light sanitizer thing to put a mask in when you get back in the house, so that you don't have to wait a day for it to dry off to use it again. Does that stuff work?
It works, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Back when we weren't sure if there were going to be enough N95s, there were multiple hospitals in the country that were working out like UV desanitization processes.
Oh, wow. Cool. Maybe I'll build that. I found a thing on make.com or whatever that you can build one for like $45-$50, which is like a third the cost, half the cost of some of the small little ones that you can buy. This is like a big old, Tupperware thing. Check it out. I guess it's real. I never know with stuff like that. My friend Evan, who I grew up with, he works for a robotics lab, and they built a CNN, I think, did a thing on it, but they built a robot that has like a big tower of UV lights, and it like can drive around like in a Whole Foods. I think they tested it in a Whole Foods in Colorado or something, and it just like drove around disinfecting everything.
Wow.
And I was like, well, that's kind of cool.
It is cool.
I imagine it needs to have a longer exposure, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't know.
My roommate is a costumes assistant for the LA Opera.
Wow.
So they had her sewing masks.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Like every week for 5 days a week. And then she like drops them off on Tuesday morning. They give her a new bag of fabric, and then she just like goes back in the room and sews and sews and sews all day. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
What was that, Pam?
Tell her thank you.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. My mask was made by Don's wife, and it has Mario on it.
Oh,
like a Mario level.
We have a mask each. He made my roommate made 4 masks total. So 2 of them will go in the wash, and then we'll wear the 2 clean ones and then switch them out. And she made one that's Tiger King themed.
Oh my god!
Money on one side and like tiger stripes on the other.
That's awesome.
It's frozen on my screen.
Frozen.
Oh, you're both frozen on my screen. Well, we'll just wait.
What do we do without Ian? Ian's show.
Can you hear me? Still? Uh-oh. We've lost them. Well, the internet went down. Let's just see how we can do on this old friend. Whoa. That was a hard one. How was I supposed to deal with that? Oh, got me. All right, let's see if the internet's back. It's perfect. It's mostly out of focus. Get out of here, all this extra shit. There we go. How's it going?
Yeah, we thought maybe you did it on purpose and you were recording us after you left.
If only.
It would be fun to Ian.
Yeah, no, sadly, this is legitimate. I don't know what happened, but our internet is out. I'll refresh here to see if it works, but I got a pretty good score on the no internet dinosaur while I was trying to get back on the internet, so that's good.
I like that.
I heard some fireworks now too. I imagine they might be the same ones that you're hearing, Gabby.
Maybe.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Saying something. Something.
Why am I still wearing my headphones? I've been listening. You know the episode of Documentary Now, the co-op episode,
Yes.
Gabby? I've been listening to that over and over again as like comfort food, and I've had I Gotta Go stuck in my head for 4 days. I gotta go. Gotta hail a pumpkin coach, you pompous beta males. I want to go to the eye doctor now, as previously discussed. I thought of it as
I love it.
Oh, Pam, you would love it. It's I was actually going to send it to you and Chris the other day. It's an episode, Documentary Now. There's an episode that's basically making fun of the company documentary.
Watch that all together.
Yeah. Co-op. Yeah, we watched it. It's so funny.
Company documentary and the Merrily We Roll Along documentary.
Oh,
Best worst.
There's 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's so good. Anyway.
Documentary Now is perfect.
What?
I said Documentary Now is perfect.
Documentary Now is amazing. It's funny because if you don't have any leg into the source material on a couple of those episodes, like the Globesman one, and the bunker, like I haven't seen the source material and it's so dry and the jokes are so tuned to just if you've seen the original that it's insane.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how they got this show like off the ground.
Yeah.
It's so niche.
It's so niche. But I mean, like, Parker Gale's location is everything, and like not Jiro Dreams of Sushi, but Juan Likes Rice and Chicken.
Yeah.
Those episodes are just too amazing.
Yeah. I think my favorite is the Grey Gardens one.
Oh yeah.
So good.
How do
I want to dress up as Bill Hader, Little Edie for Halloween.
Pitter patter, pitter patter. Have you seen any of that show, Pam, besides that co-op episode?
I saw the Jiro Dreams of Sushi knockoff.
Okay. Wait, I should flip this so that it's actually facing the microphone. Whoa.
But Chris and I did just watch Fleabag.
Safe driving mode? What the shit is this?
Lost Ian again.
Yo, Fleabag is the greatest thing that ever happened to the human race.
Probably the best show we've ever seen in like the last, 5 years or so.
Yeah.
Fleabag is legitimately incredible.
Have you watched any of her new show?
Run?
Produced? Yeah.
I have not. Omar was watching it and he said it was pretty alright.
I've heard it's like really horny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Love Don't Look Lisa, so
Yeah.
see it.
And I like running. I don't.
No.
I hate running.
Never run.
You've never seen me run? I don't know the last time I've run. Sometimes when I walk Bender, I'll run a little with him. I'll go ride on the bicycle sometimes.
Speaking of exercising, I've been doing Ring Fit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the best.
It's perfect for quarantine.
It's so good.
It's like a shockingly hard workout too.
That it kicks my ass often.
Are you like in this way?
Yeah.
It's really long.
Isn't it like if you play an hour every day, you won't finish it for like 3 or 4 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 60 or 90 days or something. Yeah.
So yeah.
It's pretty nuts. I've played it like a few times. I mean, like World 2 or something. Like I get so tired. Like 2 or 3 levels and I'm just like, oh.
It's like too gamified for my like lizard brain. Like I will.
I didn't hear any in real life. Oh, yeah, I did. I just did.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah, some of them, but it didn't sound like the same ones.
It's too gamified for my lizard brain. Like, I just keep saying like, oh, I'll just do one more. I'll do one more world, and then I'll just like 2 hours later, That's really loud. Yeah. So yeah, 2 hours I'll drink it, and then the next day I like can't walk.
I don't think I've ever stuck to any form of exercise so consistently, actually.
Yeah, it's so addictive.
A true victory for Nintendo Ring Fit Adventure. Yeah, I was going right before quarantine. Sophia and I were going to a trainer to try to just ever exercise at all, and that was going pretty well. But then quarantine happened, so then haven't exercised at all. I've done Ring Fit a couple of times. I should do it more often. Though I've realized I haven't eaten any bread products in a very long time, except for when I order Indian food and have naan. But normally I used to eat a bagel every morning and cereal every night. So, feeling good.
Chris and I actually cut most carbs out of our diet for the past month or so.
Nice.
And it's kind of crazy how when we eat carbs now, it makes us feel really terrible.
Yes.
I'm wondering, did we always feel this bad, or is it just our body not being able to process carbs anymore? Or were we just constantly in a perpetual state of discomfort back then?
Well, it's like eating really intense sugar makes me feel really bad now. Because I used to eat candy like a fiend, and now if I have a bag of Skittles, I get hot face immediately, and I have to lay down. So maybe it's like that, just too much bread sugar. That's a thing, right? Bread sugar.
Yes, bread sugar.
Scientific term.
Yeah.
There's bread sugar, fruit sugar, and candy sugar.
Yeah. And booty sugar. The best kind.
Oh my
god. What?
My roommate and I have decided we're going to watch all the Studio Ghibli movies because she had never seen one before last night.
Oh, wow.
That is many movies.
Yeah, but they're all on HBO Max except for Grave of the Fireflies. So we're going to...
Is Grave of the Fireflies Studio Ghibli?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Miyazaki, but it's Studio Ghibli.
Right. That's the saddest movie ever made.
What is HBO Max? How is it? Because we noticed our HBO Now disappeared from our place.
Good question.
If you already pay for the HBO channel, then you're grandfathered into HBO Max. But HBO Max just has other stuff on it, I guess. It's a streaming service, but with HBO stuff.
But also it's got Cartoon Network and Marvel stuff or DC stuff and not Marvel obviously, but it's a supreme failure of marketing that no one knows what it is. I had to have Omar explain it to me the other day, and it's I usually am pretty on top of stuff like that. I usually understand what a streaming service is,
Show you something, hold on.
Show and tell happening.
This was really confusing, but Chris and I do Blue Apron. Mm-hmm. And our recipes came with this little Blue Apron with HBO Max. Which makes no sense. It doesn't tell me anything about what HBO Max is.
Right.
Why is HBO on my food recipe?
Yeah.
Maybe you can eat special meals. Actually, this would be kind of funny. If Blue Apron like sent you meals so you can eat the meal that your favorite character is eating. My God, these fireworks.
Love it. They're not panic inducing at all.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know. I hope that you guys keep your everything together. Keep it all right. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Stay safe. Don't get hit by a firework flying in out of the sky. Don't eat HBO Max by mistake, Pam.
Confusing. Yeah, it's weird marketing for sure. Quibi, I think, is the most confusing.
Well, Quibi's like already failed, hasn't it?
Yeah, I feel very bad because a lot of comedians I like and people I'm a fan of have shows on there. But I think one of the fundamental issues is that you're not, you can't record it, so you can't make GIFs. So no one knows what anything looks like on the app. So I also accidentally insulted Quibi in front of Jeffrey Katzenberg, who started Quibi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie. Sorry, Jeff.
Sorry. Well, anyway, thank you both very much. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
No problem. Hopefully this wasn't super boring or something.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's fun just to hang out, talk to friends, you know. And if people don't like watching it, they can not watch it.
They can fuck off.
Exactly.
Stay out of my mentions.
Yeah, don't at me. My internet is still broken.
Oh.
Well, anyway, bye.